video games. Now, in this video, I'm going to explain to you why video games will ruin your life. And I'm talking to those who spend maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day playing video games and have literally no life. And they wonder, why am I not where I want to be in life? Now, I'm going to give you a quick explanation. Video games have been designed to manipulate young men, and they have tricked your brain into thinking you have achieved something good, but in reality you haven't. When you look back at achieving, if you achieve that PlayStation trophy, I don't know, for Call of Duty, if you look in 5 years time, did that really affect you? Did that really bring money? Did that really change your grades? Did that really make you have a good friendship? No, it didn't. Unless you are a really competitive gamer, you still haven't achieved anything. And I want to explain it to you because, firstly, imagine if we spend all these hours into video games, and if we spend it in trying online business to make money in real life. If we spend those hours trying to upgrade ourselves in real life, imagine what we would become. And even if we fail, we still have learned so much rather than being in video games. I'll give you an example. Someone who trains really hard, let's say for wants to be a bodybuilder, right? Number one bodybuilder in the world. Trains really hard, builds his body, but let's say he comes lost in the competition or something like that. Even though he hasn't become first, he still has achieved a very unique, great body, a body that he is proud of, right? That's one thing. Now, if you compare that to video games, when you play and play video games for so long, so many hours, 100 hours plus, and when, let's say you go into a competition and you lose that competition, right, the video game competition, what do you gain from it? You still look the same, your body's still the same, your mindset's still the same. The only thing you've gained is how to be better at video games. But has that really improved your life? Could you really do that in real life? Well, clearly no. So that's why I'm saying that video games were designed to literally slow down humanity and to bring down people and young men and manipulate young men to literally be weak and docile and not having a clue what to do anything. If I was to spend those hours of gaming into an online business, and let's say I try really hard for that business and it still fails after 2 years, 3 years, despite it failing, I still have learned so many valuable lessons, such as how to market, how to sell, my communication, responsibility, discipline. All these things come with just trying to start a business. And the way that we do it is that I think video games are a fake dopamine. And what fake dopamine is achieving dopamine through negative and bad habits, such as like obviously video games, eating junk food, watching porn, all this kind of stuff here. Really and truly just is bad dopamine. But do you know why? It's because when we indulge in these kind of activities, these bad habits, then our dopamine levels instantly rise up. And I'm not a scientist, but they instantly crash down, and that's why you feel so tired, lazy, etc. The same goes with video games. After that achievement, once you turn it off, you feel kind of bored. And I've been there myself. You play a video game for 1, 2, 3 hours and you turn it off, and then you don't know what to do with your life. It's because that dopamine has instantly come down. So that's why I'm telling you lot to not play video games, because it literally just wastes your time. Video games, from your PlayStation to your Xbox to your PC to your Steam, and also even on your mobile phone. Instead of being on your mobile phone, just read an online book or play a game online that actually gets your brain thinking, like chess, for example. Online chess is really good. Or even on your phone, why don't you, instead of consuming social media, why don't you produce like some content on social media which can be beneficial for you and yourself? So unless you are a truly high value man, and this is probably the only exception you could have for video games, right? If you really are a high true value man, right? A high value man. But even then, there are some limitations. unless you are obviously in great shape, you know, you've got your relationship that you wanted, you've got a good friend group, you are doing good habits, you're making good money, you're reading books on the side, then I think video games are a way of obviously relaxing and maybe calming down the mind. But even then, I will still say that video games, instead of video games, why don't you relax and meditate for those 5-10 minutes, which will be so much more beneficial for your mind, for your body, for your soul, rather than, you know, that 1 hour on Call of Duty at night. Even though you're making good progress in life, I would still wouldn't recommend video games. And this is like a little video to just from my point of view on why I believe video games are a waste of time and how they manipulate young people. So definitely share this video if anybody needs it. If you feel like somebody could benefit from this video, please share the video. See you later in my next video.